The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wildcard Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Eagles and the Lions, and it's all up next.
This Lion fan base have been craving home playoff football since this building opened in 2002, and they've got it today at Ford Field in Detroit. Straight ahead, it's Wildcard Weekend, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Detroit Lions. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the postseason on EA Sports.
And no one's more fired up than the guys who are going to be playing in this game. This is what they fought for all year long. Go back to the OTAs, the mini camps, training camp, throughout the season to get to the playoffs. The intensity level will be off the charts.
What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
And he comes off of a really good regular season with over 4,000 yards passing. And now in the playoffs, people always ask the question, do you continue to play the way you played in the regular season? Do you turn it loose? Or do you tone it down a little bit? I think you've got to be smart, but make sure you show the defense something they haven't seen before.
And right away, they're going to stack him up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Come on, set. Ready.
Again, it's Robinson. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on third down. And third down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a fourth down.
Fielded just inside the 30. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And a look at a guy, definitely got a little razzle-dazzle to him. Can do it with his arm or his legs. Their mobile QB.
And he was absolutely sensational throwing the football all year long. Better than 40 touchdown passes. That means he made good decisions, and his team trusted him with the ball. So I can't imagine a scenario in this game where they change their philosophy. If they trusted him in the regular season, they're going to trust him now and let him turn it loose.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. And we see the emphasis early here. Get your star receiver involved, able to do it successfully.
Not a bad start to begin with, that's for sure. And to me, this play says, our guy is better than your guys. Because, you know, a player of his stature, he won't just be single covered all game long. It's going to involve multiple people. And right away, they told the other team, guess what? He's just better.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Now a first carry for their fullback.
The end result was brute force on brute force. But think about everything that's going on if you're playing defensive tackle. You're dealing with at least one blocker across from you, trying to deal with him, shed him, and maybe even a second one before you have to try and make the tackle on the big guy.
And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. The 22 is the line to gain here on third down. Now it's Richardson. That is caught. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
On the give, this is their fullback. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
Richardson. That's caught right side by Palmer. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
Defense.
So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's second and goal. Touchdown, Eagles. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles will strike first here, this wild card matchup. So a good job there, Charles, taking advantage of the short field, and they score first, punching it in on the short touchdown run.
I love the theme there, right? They didn't have to do anything big on that drive. Took advantage of where they were on the field, took it downfield, put the ball in the end zone. The only thing big on that drive, the 6 on the scoreboard.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. And they come in as the 3 seed in this, very likely the last home game of the season for them, even if they win this ball game. But while they would have loved that top spot and the bye that goes with it, they're still in a pretty good position.
Well, they certainly are, and let's face it, every team knows if they want to get to the Super Bowl, they're going to have to earn it. And even if you get the number 1 seed, you know you have to win 2 games against teams who are going to be riding high after big playoff wins coming at you.
A quick first down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. Ritter now. Got this complete to Jahan Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's going to get this inside the 30. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Check pink, check white, black rock, blue check.
Ritter back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Alexander. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because number 1, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top. Take it deep.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Down.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Ready?
Robinson will try to pick it up. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
The kick by McManus is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
This fielded right at the goal line. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, Eagles. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. Elliott good with a PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Well, we talk a lot about explosive plays on offense. How about an explosive play on special teams? Certainly one there on the kick return for a touchdown. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown, as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. And Detroit getting set to go now. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Now Ritter to throw on first down. Over the middle, hauled in by Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here, up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Hey, check that. Street.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
They've definitely established a rhythm on this drive, moving the ball quite well. And big man with football is an integral part of the whole thing.
And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play. Who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. Meeting the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. 5 plays there on that drive, and it's capped off by a touchdown run of 6 yards. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Set, hut. Black swap, blue check, yellow, lining, switch, yellow.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Back to throw, Ritter. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Oh, I don't know if he's sensing contact to come or what, but that's a ball he'd love to have back. That could have gone for big yardage, but it just didn't want to stay in his hands. That's a tough break.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Cam Smith. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6. And now the kick is away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Lions offense set to take over. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On play action, here's Ritter. Open man completes it to Smith-Schuster. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Ritter to throw it. And Walker has it. He can't get him down. Still fighting for more. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
Set, ready.
Sticking with a passing game. Here's Ritter again. Here's a screen for Robinson.
Jesus. These wildcard rounds have been rather convincing wins so far.
Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Ritter will set up to throw it. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And now they start in plus territory following that turnover, as they'll try to get some points here before halftime.
Okay, break.
Off play action, Richardson. He'll find his tight end, that's Waller. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Richardson's this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 12-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience, because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes, because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 23. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say you're
San Jose. Don't let them stuff their way back in.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now a 2nd and 10.
Red. Opposite. Green. Check pink. Check white. Black swap.
On the draw, Robinson. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Ritter throwing on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
13 yards, the tally on the return there. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. That is caught downfield. It's Waller. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. That's good for 28 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart, because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So everything else has gone right in this first half. Kind of follows that it would for their kicker, too, as he adds 3 more onto the lead.
Yeah, and the way that this one's gone, definitely not looking like he's going to have to worry too much about pressure kicks late in the game. He can go out there free and easy, just work on his form, and he knocked that one through.
So we come upon halftime. A look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And, you know, both of us gave these guys a real shot coming in here, but I don't think anyone saw this on the road with this lead in the playoffs. They've looked good a lot of times this year. This is probably as good as they've looked.
Well, it's been a textbook game for them because what you talk about as a visiting team is putting the pressure on the home team. And what puts more pressure on a home team than to be behind the entire game? Because the home crowd's there really for a coronation. They expect to win. And when you're behind, it takes the crowd out of the game. And then the crowd gets a little bit uncomfortable, maybe a little bit frustrated with the home team. And that gives you an extra advantage. So they've done it perfectly. Big lead, put everything back on the home team, and they're capitalizing on it.
Right now, that crowd, silent. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now Richardson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it'll be second down.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Second down, here's Richardson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
Ritter sets up the screen to Robinson. Then he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. And they get 14 yards there and a first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has now allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming. So a decent deficit at this stage in the second half. 4-down territory?
No doubt about it. There's not a chance that he hasn't looked ahead and said, okay, if we gain yardage on this play, this is what we'll do going forward. If we lose yardage, this is the play call that I'll have ready.
He needed 2. He got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. The kick by McManus is good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this second half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum.
And he's loose again. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. Touchdown, Eagles.
Again, Elvin partner, I get fired up. 2 kickoff returns for touchdowns in the same game. This is fun to watch.
Yeah, we call a lot of games at a lot of different places. Sometimes it seems like we do it simultaneously, but we rarely get to see this.
Damn.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw.
Yes, sir. Getting some bud.
And we will not see an attempt to match that return touchdown as this will be a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Detroit's offense ready to take over. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Oh, yeah.
People are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination.
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Ready?
Out of the gun, here's Ritter. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. His second catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Ritter located as running back Robinson. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
And we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home because it's coming through loud and clear to you.
Brush your teeth.
This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game. And on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch.
Okay, so unless Falcons upset Saints, I will be playing Jose next round. Leaving RJ versus Saints. If Falcons do upset, I'll get them. RJ versus Jose.
Yeah, that's right. That's exactly what would happen. I doubt it though. That'd be crazy.
Trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best
Not
in the
yet?
game,
Oh, you've been feeding
you're
the
going to
baby.
have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it.
Parsons almost caught Will Anderson for sack lead. Anderson now has NFL record.
Oh, damn.
For the third quarter of action.
I don't even know where my guys rank. I didn't look at it.
Back now at Ford Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And here comes throw number one for the backup QB. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So a nice throw right there. And this, we all know, a big test for this young man at quarterback. He guided his team.
In summary, not many Eagles on leaderboards. But they play a team game and get the W.
No matter how you slice
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I absolutely agree 100%.
what they do.
And while no one around the franchise is going to, co-sign on what I'm about to say.
I think I'm leading the
because all they're
interception
focused on
category.
is winning this game. But let's face it, partner. No matter what happens in this one, they've got their quarterback to build their roster around for the future. That's got to feel good for everyone associated with this team.
This 2nd and 4. Well, they've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Richardson second in passing touchdowns with 43.
To the big guy
Yeah,
in that
it's a Tua.
situation. Normally,
I think that's the only one I
short
need.
yardage runner, but in this case, they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a
First in picks with 28. 10 more than second place.
a little bit of a bandit.
And he'll be taken down at the 34. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Good solid gain on first down, about what you'd expect from the big guy carrying the ball.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34. Now a handoff up the middle. Davidson. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They're going to look to throw.
Get that there.
He's
Yes.
get that to his running
Good
back
job.
out of the backfield. And he is going to
I
have
thought
an
his
Eagles
little
first
arm
down
was
as
going
they're
to
able
fall
get
off
the
trying to
third
force
down
that in there.
conversion. Up the middle they go. It's Davidson. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Chase Young had 14.5 sacks, your team lead.
Touchdown
Yes,
of the
sir.
afternoon. And the Eagles add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout
I wonder if
victory.
I had him at 1,000-yard
Elliott
rusher
on for
because
the
it was
extra point.
a committee backfill.
And this one was over a while.
Jalen Carter with 11.
Ooh, Jalen Carter with 11. In
So
the
that drive
team.
consumes 9 plays all told. And the last play, a really nice run that culminated in the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Barely. Bulls 1,085 yards.
Oh, okay, 1,088.
And Detroit getting set to go now.
Yeah, it is about that time.
They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Check pink. Check white.
Working from the gun, Ritter. And he gets it.
He rushed for more yards than Richardson. That's very not good.
The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Was trying to find Jahan Dotson, but it's going to be second down.
Let's go now.
Want to do 10 more minutes or 15?
Looking to throw it
Yeah,
here.
give him a little bit more.
Little underneath throw into the hands of
Yeah, when I'm
Walker.
done.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here's Ritter. Work in the middle of the field. He's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. They run the draw here with Robinson. Nick Bolton there on the tackle. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more.
Good Lord, the man could have beat his meat with the time in the pocket.
Be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board and make this thing look just a little bit better.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it's second down.
But I put my bench in there.
So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Second down throw coming for Ritter. Out route, and it's complete to Brown. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Now Ritter. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
He wasn't open. I had the sideline there watching him.
This game overall, it's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Bennett as a 20-year-old rookie tied for 3rd in the NFL with 7 picks.
This is good, and they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit.
That motherfucker, he don't even know what fucking titties look like.
But I guess they get a
But he got 7 picks.
Respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game.
Did he have a
long,
touchdown?
Like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And able to get this out to the 25. The Eagles coming out as they get ready. This
No
one
TD. I had a 30.
on the road is the 6th seed. They are close to pulling off the upset.
Yeah, I don't want to jinx them. I'm like you.
Yard return on one, which was my best.
Win this one.
Look at that receiver block, bro. Oh my God.
And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. 72 yards.
Push one dude off, push the other dude off.
And Mr. Reliable
He said,
shows
"Get the
those
fuck
legs
outta
again
here,
here in
dude."
the playoffs.
And what do coaches tell us all the time? In the playoffs, the team that runs the football well will win the
That's
game.
my 4th-string wide receiver.
They're trying to prove that.
Get that dude a job.
Setting the tone on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Now they'll work from the 29 on 2nd and 6. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Davidson. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On 3rd down, Davidson. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
I'll bet they thought they had picked that one up because it was a 3rd and 2 call, and they got awfully close. Now we're at 4th and inches. I wonder if they think they're feeling lucky here and maybe want to go pick it up.
Back to throw here. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Let him too far inside.
The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th, and the Lions will take over. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that, you know.
Leads NFL with 13.4 yards per attempt, minimum 100 passes. Second is RJ with 10.4. Richardson 9.1, 7th based on 100 passing attempts minimum.
They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Get to the wild card game, check, got that done. Win a wild card game, big check.
I wonder who had the most INTs.
Good win, sir.
Yes, sir. I will play you tomorrow. Ooh, star development. Ooh, star development.
If you combine all QBs, RJ had most picks. That's cool. He had 34.
34? Hot garbage.
You had 31.
See, but 31 gets you respect in the NFL. Just ask Jameis Winston. 31 gets you respect in the NFL.
I had 20.
Just ask Jameis Winston.
Work might be a bitch for me tomorrow, but I'll try and be free to play you tomorrow.
Okay. Sounds good, bro. Whatever you can do.
Wait.
I actually have to go into work tomorrow, so it'll have to be like a later on in the afternoon thing.
Falcons won.
The Falcons won?
No way.
I play RJ? Oh my goodness. He doesn't know because he's asleep.
Falcons won. Jose versus RJ.
Hut, hut. Set. Hut. Go. Come on, set. Ready, go. Set, ready.
That's funny.
Ready, ready. Ready, ready. Hut. Ready. Set. Let's go. Ready. Down. Ready. Here we go. Set. Set. Ready, set. Hut, hut. Here we go. Set, go. Here we go. Here we go. Set, hut.
Falcons 122-19.
Hut, hut. Set, hut.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hut. Go.
Eagles at Commanders.
Ready, go.
What? Did all that just for this dude to be normal? That hoe.
Good game and good luck against RJ.
That's crazy. Alright, bro. I'll see you.
I'll be on the league chat.